So we're going to go live, so bear with me. But this is going to be the second of 4 recordings then about the Ascension workshop. The Ascension workshop. So imagine the second day then having an emphasis on our topics for today. So let's do our live. Should only take a second. So, good topic then. So, as we get started with the live then, I want to start to speak already about the 4-part series. So, if you look on the screen and you see May 1st through 4th, 2023, the Ascension workshop, that's going to be live streamed. Also, then I'm recording it. So just to be clear, there's a recording if you're not on Facebook too much or you missed it. We got you. I'm going to email out then the live recording, this one. And then any meditative practices that are in it, you can actually keep that and then use it and reuse it to maybe go back in and feel the state from, again, very brief, that we're going to do very brief meditative practice associated with what we're talking about. But if you're just seeing this for the first time and it's new to you, hi, I'm Liana. And we right now are still in April. So Fridays in April, I'm going to be touching on the topics from the Ascension workshop and that prelude to the spiritual mastery program that we're doing. So just to kind of set you up ahead of time, like, why are we talking about this? These are based on subjects, topics, techniques that I already teach. I also use them in my own practice as a spiritual coach, as a healer, as a past life therapist, all of these things. So just to put it in context, tools that work for me, that help me to feel like I can help myself and other people. I know who I am, what my soul's plan is for my lifetime here on earth, how to effectively deal then with the navigation necessary, being a human being, being a spiritual human being, navigating your life, planning what you would like in the future, and processing, integrating, maybe healing even the past, is drawing on all of these resources. And so I've simplified them by putting them into 4 categories. And the 4 categories are, again, the edges are fuzzy, but the 4 categories are going to include foundational practices, which I spoke about a little bit last week, and which will be emphasized throughout the Ascension workshop. Foundation practices, we talked about them last week, the video. Also, then it's available still if you look for it. If you went to my timeline and you clicked on videos, you would see one from last week. So Friday the 7th, you would find foundational practices. This is going to include really important stuff like grounding, being stable, and the practice of setting up an energetic shielding, an energetic field, like a buffer between you and everything else. So that is something we're going to talk about throughout then the 4 days of the Ascension workshop. Imagine there's an hour of content on just one of these 4 topics. So then Monday, May 1st, we would definitely emphasize the grounding and the shielding, choosing your energetic state through your visualization, your breath. So it is that kind of taking control, giving yourself sovereignty over your experience. Good stuff. And then the second topic, and that's today's topic, is just about energy work. I'm going to use that term, energy work, because you're choosing as a human being to change then both your internal energetic state but also you realize that you're not isolated, you're connected. And so, as a being connected to all energy, all consciousness, all there is, you're going to hear this term Reiki a lot. And I like that word in this one sense, that the most popular translation from the Japanese of Reiki is its universal life force consciousness. And if you've heard ki, you've heard chi, you've heard prana, life force consciousness. And that's widely available. It's in you, it's all around you. And in energy healing practices, then like Reiki, we will go ahead and effectively pull or allow in then that universal consciousness. And we are then acting as a conduit, a channel for that energy. And it is universal. It's good for everyone and everything. You can channel the Reiki and send it to parts of your body that don't feel well. You could Reiki your food before you eat it, your water. Kids and babies and people and older people or sick people really benefit from Reiki. Your pets will love it. Your houseplants will thrive. So that universal life force, consciousness, energy, healing element is going to be the hot topic for class number 2 or day 2, May 2nd, of the Ascension workshop. It's going to be a factor in the spiritual mastery program. And so there's some other energetic practices. I'm going to include the emotional freedom technique, EFT or tapping, in there, certain qigong exercises, a yoga pose, a qigong movement. That's all I can think of right now. These kinds of things where you're combining then a body posture with maybe a certain breath, and then that moving of the life force energy around and through you is a second step then beyond the foundational practices of taking charge of who you are, what you're capable of, what your reality is, in a nutshell. And I want to tie in one thing. Let me try to explain this one thing. I am trying to find the live so I can see you guys if you have any questions. Hopefully I will see them. Right on then. So, good. Okay. So, and I'm going to say hi to Holly, Leisha, and Christy, and all the rest of you as you come on up. And as you access the recording, feel free to pop questions into the comments. I'll see them later. It's a little hard to this and that right now, but I will see them later. And that tie-in that I wanted to include as we're talking about working with energy, right? It affects your physical body, but we would consider it non-physical. So now we're starting to work with something that is something you feel clearly in your physical body, but it's spiritual in nature. Okay, so this is a good second step. This is a good segue into other spiritual practices like speaking to angels or guides of some sort, this kind of a thing. Shamanic journey work where maybe you are not in this time or physical plane. This is a good predecessor to that. So what I want to tie into our brief discussion today of energy work then is going to be something we would best call maybe shamanic Reiki or shamanic healing. And I should define my terms. Not everybody means the same thing when they say that a healing is shamanic. So I'm going to very briefly, simply define then any shaman, and this might be you, as a modern human being who very much integrates and merges with nature, with the earth, with elements, with natural elements such as maybe nature spirits, animals, the consciousness of animals and your guides, that moving through unseen realms and being a go-between, say, between this realm and another, and bringing back that information, messages, energies. both as a go-between and as a merger with parts of your being and parts of nature, then I would consider you to be working as your own shaman under those circumstances. If you have a different definition, or you have one that you've been taught or has been passed down to you, or that even your guides gave to you, and you have a differing definition, power to you. Then I feel like we are having the word mean what we need it to mean in our modern times. So same difference as we used to follow a lot of prophets and saints and teachers and seers. And now, speaking of ascension, we are waking up at an unprecedented rate, and there's so much energy and so much awakening going on that we're not in the habit of following gurus. It worked well in its day and time, this sort of copying that we would do. And a lot of times that was the best that we could do. And now in these times, yes, we're helping each other. Yes, there's teachers. Yes, you'll spend time as a student, and then you'll spend time as a teacher while you're a student, probably, if you're interested in this and you're watching this. And it doesn't mean that you stopped learning or that you have it all. And the more you learn, you're going to realize you're never going to have it all, and you're never going to understand everything. We're not saying that we have that. But just as you might see, this cute little phrase of, be your own guru kind of thing, I would highly, highly suggest that you use our widely available spiritual practices, such as the healing shamanic Reiki that we're talking about, or even these foundational practices of being connected to earth and running energies. With all of these, I would say use these to get information, get energy, and get a viewpoint that is yours. So from your own first person perspective, what is going on? I think we talked about it in the last video, but is the earth flat or is the earth round? And now they're really going to come for me. I would highly suggest that you work with the energies, claim your sovereign space of your mind and body, and use these practices to learn to have a look for yourself. Don't take anyone else's word for it. You go look. And so if you're like, I can't go look, I'm like, okay, well, I have techniques that work really well for me. They allowed me to go look, and I'm going to teach you what works for me, and some or all of it might work for you. And when it works for you, then you have your connection to your higher self, to source, to Mother Gaia, to earth, to your angels and guides. And then you go in and you access more and more information particular to what you're interested in. And you learn more and more in your own way how to go and look from your own first person's perspective. So you'll be your own fact checker, dare I say. If you read something in a book, even a holy book, you know that there are translations involved, and time and culture and a difference in understanding. And you can enrich your understanding of your own maybe spiritual belief system by going and checking for yourself. So I do believe this is for everybody. But back to the shamanic Reiki, one last thing. What in the world does that even mean? Remember, I'm using Reiki as just transmission of universal life force consciousness. So more often I'll call it energy work, to be neutral and not have it follow any rules. It's just the flowing of energy through you. And to make it shamanic, you're going to do a very important thing. First of all, like our great, excuse our nature over here, you're going to start out grounded. You're going to start out with your field, your energetic field strengthened. Once you're connected to earth, you're stable, you're strong, you have a good field around you that is your energetic space, maybe even your energetic vehicle set up around you. And then what you're going to do before you look, scan, diagnose in your way with your vision, with your feeling, with your intuition, with your knowing, before you do those things, you're going to go ahead and merge then with your animal aspect, your power animal, your spirit animal. You're going to merge. You're going to be then effectively looking and feeling with the senses of your animal as one being. You're going to have a guide who can speak to you, inform you, remind you if you forgot something, point out to you what needs to be done if you didn't already see it. So you have a helper there. And your guide is either near you in your field or then coming in partially merged or merged with you, as well as any elements that are in the earth that you need. You know, maybe you need some elemental strength or more or less grounding on a particular day. Gifts from the elements then of earth and air, fire and water coming in, bringing you, clarity, energy, motivation, just even life force or more fluidity of thought or body, more relaxation, a cleansing for you before you can properly hold and then transmit what needs to be transmitted in your shamanic Reiki session. So you are a composite being as a healer when we go into the shamanic Reiki then. You're merged with earth, with heavenly forces, with your animal, with your guide. And then as that combined being, then you're going to have that collective vision and knowing and consciousness and ability to then channel that universal life force energy through you where it's needed, how it's needed. You'll understand why, and you'll be able to also then transfer a little or a lot, sooner or later. You'll be able to transfer then some information, some guidance, some answers to some questions all at the same time. And then you have provided then a very valuable service to someone else, possibly just to yourself or both. And I would say that in itself is a really powerful, life-changing habit, to have this be something that you do in your life. If you want to talk some more about that, then we're going to go into some processes. Then on May 2nd then of the Ascension workshop, we're going to do energy practices. For today, just very briefly then, I would like to briefly have you feel this ability then in yourself. Let me set that up. Hopefully we have music today. It's been a little bit, sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. It's been a little bit, sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. Hold on. Why am I hearing that? Good morning then. And Cheryl, hello to you as well. I know what to do. Okay, let's try that. Oh, but then I'll turn the music off. I wonder what to do here. Well, let me see if I can play some music. I am going to try once again. Yeah, I'm kind of stuck with this. Okay. What I would like for you to do, if it's possible for you to be in a meditative state right now, 5 minutes maximum. Close your eyes if you're comfortable doing so. We're going to just touch on what's possible. So just feel, just notice. When you close your eyes, feel your breath in your body, feel your place over the surface of the earth, feel the planet, the land underneath where you are right now. And go ahead and sit nice and tall. If you're laying down, simply lengthen out, stretch out. On your exhale, I want you to grow roots from your body through the landscape underneath you. And go ahead and anchor your roots made of your own energy and light into deep, solid rock. Now, be stable. If you're familiar with your white light field, go ahead and picture that. Otherwise, I just want you to feel or see energy all around your body, like an energy bubble. And on your next inhale, go ahead and grow and strengthen and smooth out your energy field. Make sure it's filled in, bright. And feel yourself within your field, protected, safe, empowered, stabilized by your roots, loved by earth and light, unconditional love, connected to you, your body, your light field, and your consciousness. There is much to be done in the retrieval and integration work of something we would call a power animal. For today, as a feeling of what might be possible, feel your breath, take an inhale. On your exhale, I want you to mentally travel down through your own body, your own roots, and just down into earth. For now, into earth is fine. Beyond earth, if that is your practice, you could travel to non-ordinary reality. If you're not sure what that is, I just want you to connect to earth, and I want you to mentally summon from the place that you've mentally gone to your most appropriate power animal for today. Say, who and what is my most appropriate companion in nature today? And get a feel for who that might be. You might possibly receive a color, a form, in vision, or you might just know. But feeling and trusting is fine. I would like to connect to the natural element that is most appropriate for me, who is here for my highest good. Now, accept what comes, what you feel it may be. And on your next inhale, bring that energy through your roots and up into your body, mind. Receive your natural element. You may receive with another inhale, deeper connection. Bring your natural element up. Feel their abilities. Have their sight, their knowing, and their capacity to hold healing power. I want you to mentally call your most appropriate spirit guide for today and ask them to just touch your energy field. So now here we are, earth, natural element, helper, here by our side. And imagine beyond the top of your head, up in all of creation, all layers and dimensions and elements of creation beyond the earth. You are accessing now the source of universal life force energy. For your human mind, maybe picture it in an area above your head. And open the portal of your crown, like a circular door at the top of your head. And I want you to inhale universal life force energy through your crown right into your heart space now. 2 more times. Inhale universal life force energy from source into your heart. Expand your heart space to hold more. And 1 more time. Inhale from source to heart. And as you slowly exhale, exhale then down one of your arms to one of your palms. And beam out your palm, that universal life force energy. Beam it onto your own face, forehead, throat, onto your own body and heart. So feel where this energy is traveling from source into your heart. out your hand and back to you. Allow it to continually flow now, like you're turning on a faucet, and go ahead and beam it onto your body, onto your own energy field. And imagine it filling you up with that universal life force energy, and have it radiate out from you to affect your household, your life, your work, everyone you know. Your overflow blesses the world. And now I want you to access the inner knowing then of your natural element or animal for today, and feel what energy your animal has for you, and let it radiate into your body mind also. Notice what it gives you. And then simply mentally ask your guide for today, do I need anything else? Show me, please, and feel the answer. And as soon as you can, make an effort to act on your instruction. One more moment, beam energy to yourself. Thank your helpers. If you wish to go back entirely to your normal state, you may. If you wish to keep your guide near and your natural element combined, you may. We asked for your highest good. And then go ahead and take a deeper inhale. Wake up. If you need to, take a stretch, come on back. All right. Thank you for today. That was our energy work part introduction. More energy work on May 2nd. That's a Tuesday. And we're going to start those at 11. So I'll still do this check-in at 10, and then the actual Ascension workshop will be at 11 Pacific time, my local time, for an hour. So see what 11 Pacific daytime is for you, and the recording will be available if that's not a convenient time. Have a beautiful rest of your day.